Yo, what is up, guys? Boy here. What a fight. What a fight. I can't think of many better fights this year, I really can't. This was definitely a Fight of the Year contender, and for me, so far, the leading candidate for this year's Fight of the Year. Excellent fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Shawn Porter. Errol Spence Jr. wins a close fight by split decision, and he is now the unified IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world. And as I say, it was a great fight. If you've not seen it, do yourself a favour, find a copy, watch the fight now. Excellent fight. Very hard to score. A lot of rounds were exceptionally close. Both guys working on the inside, both guys having success. Shawn Porter threw more punches, no doubt about it, but Errol Spence Jr. was more accurate, more precise, and he landed the more telling shots, in my opinion. I think it's one of those fights where it comes down to what you like. Do you prefer the volume of Shawn Porter, or do you prefer the more quality work of Errol Spence Jr.? Not that Shawn Porter wasn't landing quality shots. He was landing a lot of quality shots, especially to the head. That straight right hand was catching Errol Spence Jr. Obviously, being a southpaw, sometimes you can be vulnerable to that shot. And Shawn Porter found a home for it in this fight. He rocked the head back of Errol Spence on numerous times with that shot, and also the left hook as well. And Shawn Porter's bodywork himself was quite impressive. He was catching Spence with a lot of body shots. So don't get it twisted. Shawn Porter had tons of success. And if you felt he won this fight, I wouldn't call you crazy, if I'm being honest with you. Now, I was scoring it, but I stopped scoring it, midway through the fight because I was enjoying the fight so much. I was that engrossed, I stopped scoring it, and I just sat down and enjoyed it. But after 9 rounds, I had it 5-4 to Shawn Porter. So that goes to show, on my card at least, that it was very close, very keenly fought, and both guys had their success. They really did. Shawn Porter's pressure was effective, like I said. He was smothering Errol Spence Jr., and at times you could tell Errol Spence Jr. was uncomfortable because, he was straying low with a lot of shots. I felt that was deliberate, and I felt that was because, he was struggling with Errol Spence Jr. went low to try and keep Shawn Porter off of him. But, going into the championship rounds, everything was up for grabs, and Errol Spence Jr. lands a peach of a left hook that would have knocked out a lot of other fighters. It dropped Shawn Porter, but Shawn Porter beats the count, and he continues to fight on. He continues to fight hard. He continues to fight valiantly, and he showed great heart in round 11. Did Shawn Porter? That's when he got dropped. And round 12, both guys going at it, man. Errol Spence Jr. gunning for the knockout, catching Shawn Porter with big hooks, but Shawn Porter comes back himself with several good shots of his own. I mean, I could do a round by round, analysis of the fight like I sometimes do, but with this fight, so much was going on. Both guys were having so much success, you can't really do that. But yeah, all I'm saying is it was a great fight, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've seen a few people say Shawn Porter won and he got robbed. I'll be honest with you, that wasn't the fight I saw. I know I stopped scoring it after 9, but it just appeared to be a damn close fight with extremely close rounds. But on top of that, you've got to consider Errol Spence Jr. did score that knockdown, and that was certainly pivotal in my opinion. But yeah, tremendous fight. Credit to both men. They put on a show. This was one of the fights of the year, if not the fight of the year. It really did deliver. It really did. So credit to both men. Credit to Errol Spence Jr. for becoming a unified champion. And credit to Shawn Porter for once again, turning up, coming to fight and being an absolute warrior. Shawn Porter is an absolute G. So fair play to him. As for the next options, they were mentioning Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia. I've seen a few people moan about that fight, but stylistically, I think that's a very good fight to watch. And Danny Garcia has the tools to give Errol Spence Jr. problems. And I'll tell you why. And I've mentioned it in the past. I think I've mentioned it on streams. But if you punch with Errol Spence Jr., he's there to be hit. If you exchange with Errol Spence Jr., he's there to be hit. It's a dangerous game, but you can punch him up. And Shawn Porter was doing that a lot in this fight, and that surprised me. I didn't expect Shawn Porter to punch with Errol Spence Jr. the way he did for some reason. I didn't really expect it. I didn't see Shawn Porter being that guy to try and carry that out, but he did, and he had a lot of success. Danny Garcia is very good in the exchanges. He's very calm, he'll punch with you, and unlike Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia has game-changing power. So, if Danny Garcia exchanges with Errol Spence the way Shawn Porter was, and he's landing those same shots, that right hand, that left hook, who knows what could happen? Danny Garcia can punch, and I think this is a dangerous, dangerous fight for Errol Spence Jr. I really do. He could get his ass knocked out if his defence is that, leaky against Danny Garcia. So, I'm all for that fight. I've seen a few people moan. Don't get me wrong, I would rather him fight Terence Crawford or even Manny Pacquiao, but Danny Garcia is fine for me. But anyway, as for Shawn Porter, the guy can come again. Lost a split decision. Some people will say he won. I felt he had a case, to be honest with you. He fought with credit. He fought with heart. He fought with intensity. He can come back. He really can. Maybe Shawn Porter versus Sergey Lipinets. That could be a good fight. But anyway, share your thoughts below. What did you think of this fight? Peace.